Today's episode comes to you from Keene, New Hampshire, where we meet with Kaisa Jarrell of the Wagon Farm. Kaisa has been managing the farm since 2013, however, grew up on the farm, so she's been in ag since about the age of 4. Wagon is a 20-acre vegetable farm in the Zone 5B, with fields in both Surrey and Keene. They sell most of their produce out of their farm stand, with some sales going to a local food co-op. Kaisa, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Today, we wanted to talk a little bit about marketing and specifically sales when you have an abundance of a crop. So, what tip do you have to share?
So, in the past, I would often drop the price on something in hopes that people would buy more of whatever product I have a ton of. And over the years, I've just learned that that doesn't really solve the problem. People buy it, but you're not moving it any faster. So, instead, I do what I like to call like a quantity discount. So, for example, right now we have a ton of cantaloupes. People love our fresh cantaloupes. So, I kept the price for a single melon the same. But if you buy 2 melons, the price drops. And if you buy 3 melons, the price drops even more. So, you're moving product, you're making people happy, and you're still making money. Um, it's a pretty good system.
And versus before, how might you have structured it? You just price cut?
Yeah, I might have just done a price cut, and so that just makes people buy one and enjoy the discount, but you're not actually moving anymore.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I've done that with other things too. This year I planted a lot of sunflowers. And so when I have an abundance, and especially with all this hot weather, a lot of the sunflowers are just blowing open out in the field. So I have to cut them quickly in order to move them. So I kept the single bunch price the same. It's $5.95. And then if you buy 2 bunches, it's $10. So you save a little money and people move them.
Yeah, and that 5.95, it's makes it doesn't really feel like 6, even though it is.
Exactly. Oh yeah. I don't know who started that. Like it's like the 99 cent menu, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It works though. It
It
works.
does. It does. Yep. Other things we've done it with. I've when we have a run on lettuce, I'll do 2 heads for $5. Um, I was selling potted basil plants earlier in the season, so if there was like a single pot price, and then if you bought 2, it was a different price. And then later, when I really was just sick of looking at the plants, I it was buy 2 get 1 free. And everyone at the stand made sure that if a customer came up with one plant, they're like, these are buy 2 get 1 free. So it's all about promoting without being obnoxious. I will say that I always hate going to a chain store and they're just like beating you over the head with their sales. Um, Try and be approachable about it.
Big yellow flashy sign, sale,
Yeah.
sale, sale. Yeah.
I don't want to be Walmart. We also do like, bulk prices of things too, but more so I think it's about the quantity discount.
Yeah, well, thanks for sharing that. If somebody hadn't thought about that, or maybe they've just been price cutting, this is something to think about on how to actually move more product and increase sales. So
Yeah.
thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, if others want to see you or your farm, and how should they follow up and check you out?
So we have a website that's www.thegreenwagonfarm.com. We're on Instagram. That's at the Green Wagon Farm, and then we're also on Facebook as well. Just Green Wagon Farm. Make sure it's the one in Keene. So we're very social. Otherwise, I just come down to the stand. We're open 7 days a week, at least until October or so. So come on down.
There you go. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you learned something today or plan to make a change on your farm, let me know. I'd love to receive any feedback you have. Just click the link in the description to submit the form. It will help the future of this podcast to be a resource that is helpful for you. And while you're at it, I hope you go ahead and subscribe, share this with a friend, or leave a comment. And if you want more information, check out the show notes on our website at agengpodcast.com. That's agengpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great day.
The proceeding has been a production of University of Vermont Extension. For more information on Extension, log on to www.uvm.edu/extension.